girls, welcome back to my channel and happy 2020. I am so excited to be doing this video, and I am actually redoing this damn video because the first time I did this, I was way too negative. I was too up in my feelings. It was more towards like the end where I just kind of felt frustrated with some things, and I really projected that in my video. And I'm someone where if shit's really going down, I'm gonna let you guys know. But at the same time, like how I was, it just wasn't me. It wasn't my vibe. It wasn't, you know, like how I really am. And I felt like I was kind of, I mean, I do rant about things, but it was a little bit too much ranting where I was like, no, this is unnecessary. Let's refill. This video is going to be all about like my goals for 2020, what I learned in 2019, things I just want to change, stuff that kind of went down. I'm going to be redoing the whole entire look because I really loved it. I thought it was so beautiful. And then my next video after that will be my 2019 favorites. I'm going to be doing makeup and then also skin and hair. So I'm going to just do two separate ones. I don't want to do too many categories. Okay, so this video I'm not going to be doing like a full-on like a little tutorial. I'm just going to be doing my makeup and then I'll let you know what I've been using and new things I'm trying out. So this is MAC's eyebrow pencil in the shade Spiked. This is the eyebrow styler. Pretty good. I mean, I really like it. It's not too waxy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've been using this serum from Amazon. I can link it down below, and it's finally growing my hairs. I did have a lot of the hairs down here. I'm like, you guys need to relocate. I'm trying to like grow them out. So hopefully, you know, they feel supported in this video and they'll continue to grow. But I know the serum has been doing wonders because my hairs have never ever grown this much previously. So it has to be that stuff because my lashes have been doing amazing too. Eczema, not a hickey. It almost went away, and then I had some costume jewelry on the other day and it completely flared it back up. So crazy to say in 2018, oh my gosh. Well, in 2018 December, right before it was 2019, we got some news that wasn't the best, and the house that we were renting, the owner wanted to sell. Now, I have never been in this situation where I have rented a house before and the owner sells it. It was all new to me. So like we had to find a place right away, which is, you know, if you guys have been following us, then you know that we bought a house and all of that in May. Well, within that time, it honestly was like hell. Like, I'll kind of touch base. Like, on that Christmas, we had people in and out of our house in our own personal space. There was nothing really we could do. Sometimes we could deny open houses because we were given that right during certain circumstances. Glenn's mom, that's when it was like at the peak of everything happening with her cancer and chemo and complications and all that. Glenn is my husband, if you guys are new to my channel, or if you guys just don't know, or you don't follow my vlog channel. I have a vlog channel, What Would Lizzy Vlog. Lots of people don't know. I've mentioned it before, and go ahead and follow that. You guys will see like behind the scenes stuff and just regular everyday, because we were already so stressed with everything, dealing with like a lot of health issues on her end, and then things started happening with my mom. So the last thing we want to deal with is open houses and people coming on random days at different random hours all within the week to like go through our stuff. I had to like hide all like my stuff because you can't just trust anybody these days, you know? Like I had to hide all of our things that are expensive, all my equipment, because it's sad, but you just don't know who's walking through your house, especially during this time where crime and everything peaks. And regardless of your area, things happen everywhere. Hide it in the closet, shove all my purses in the closet. Like sometimes I would have to rush so much because I would be by myself and Glenn wouldn't be there a lot of the time. So I'm just thinking, okay, they're like walking up, and I would have to allow that person to come in sometimes, and the realtor, whatever, you know, is with them. But at the same time, I don't know their realtor. And it was just a whole thing. It was very, very stressful. And if you guys have ever experienced it, let me know. It was very, very weird. I mean, it's just scary because it's like we didn't own the home. So it's not like we have any terms or anything like that. Like we do, but we don't. Sorry, I just had to like carve that out, or else I was never going to get finished with that. My eyebrows do look a little bit weird. I've been trying to like really measure them out because now that they're thick at the ends, like it's not as crisp, and I don't know, I'm trying to work with it because I still have some hairs I'm trying to hide with the concealer. I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Creamy Concealer, which I need to pick up a new one today. I want to pick up a little bit lighter of a shade to make eyeshadows pop a little bit more, but I love this as my primer. Oh, I washed all my sponges. Woo, clean girl 2020. 2020, I was so bad about cleaning my makeup brushes. I would literally procrastinate so much. Oh, they're still a little bit damp. I like them when they're totally dry, but it's okay. Dealing with that, it was like a lot. And then plus you guys know I have 2 huskies and a miniature schnauzer. And to control the dogs while people were coming, it was just like a whole thing. And then, I don't know, just like dealing with people's attitudes when they're like, well, we want to see the backyard. I'm like, this is really it. Like, that's it. There's like sides, but they were like so upset about it. And if you could see the pictures, you could see everything, but they were upset I couldn't move the dog. It's like, it was such an ordeal. And it did teach me a lot, like, you know, so now I experience that. And now I understand that. I mean, I always think it's always good for people to go through frustrating moments or new things because you learn from it. You build a little bit more tolerance for things. And using Laneige lip mask, I'm almost done with this one. I have a backup, but my lips have been so chapped. This saves it, but I haven't been using it. I feel like the second I stop using this, my lips are just crap. Did all that. That definitely wasn't fun, especially like to do it by yourself. And sometimes like there would be all these families or even men just coming in and you just don't know. Fast forward, house hunting. And once we got pre-approved, like the whole entire like house buying thing, it was very stressful. So when people were saying, oh my gosh, I bought a house, you know, and people say congratulations and all of that, it's an amazing experience. Don't get me wrong, but the process itself is not as easy as you would think. Like it's just so stressful and very time consuming and extremely competitive, especially if you like are in California, specifically Southern California and LA. Like you can go house hunting and be pre-approved and you can put an offer and they will accept an offer if it's all cash and a little bit more than this person because this person has all cash. And in LA, there's like so many different investors. It was very difficult to find a house because I feel like every time we would put in like a bid, there was already like all these bids because there's so many investors and it kind of like, it sucks. So I'm going to be using the Bye Bye Birdie from ColourPop and I'm going to be placing nesting all over. Like I said, this is the look that I did before and I'm just going to place this right like in the crease and then on the lid. When we went house hunting all within the beginning of the year, we were going to we saw so many different homes that we loved or we didn't love, things that we wanted, and then we realized like what we're willing to basically sacrifice like house-wise because it is so expensive here in Southern California. Like I understand we have such amazing, well, the beaches are dirty, but we have the beaches, we have lots of attractions. There's so many things out here in Southern California, so I will never ever take that for granted. Plus Disneyland. Rockstar Pure Zero, tangerine, mango, guava, strawberry. It's like a party in your mouth, except I'm only drinking half because if you guys saw my last Get Ready, I was like all delusional, like filming so early with 1.5 hours of sleep. Next, I'm going to go into plumage and work that into the crease, what areas we liked, and wow, it was a lot. You really have to just search every single day. And what the scary part was, I mean, I felt so blessed that we were pre-approved and all that because we planned on buying a house, but not as early as we thought. Like we didn't think we're going to buy just this last year, which is so weird. It was end of May, but doesn't seem that long ago because it really wasn't. It came so much sooner and I'm glad because it almost like pushed us and put a fire underneath our butts because it showed us what we're really capable of to like not underestimate ourselves. And once we got pre-qualified, we felt so relieved because then that basically means like, hey, you got your whole team behind you, you're able to really buy. So when you buy a house, get pre-approved so you know what you can even afford, what you can look at, because if you're looking at homes and you're not pre-approved, you're basically like super window shopping. But if you're pre-approved, you're window shopping, and if you want it, I got it. You know, have you ever seen those stupid TikToks? I want it, I got it. Then you can like really put in a bid, say that you really fell in love with like a house that you could see yourself in. Exciting like once it all started going through, but even when you're like in escrow, when they accept your bid and all that, then that's when like the nitty gritty stuff comes and you find out like what's wrong with the house and how much it would be. And then you start going through like more negotiations and then the owner can like bring down the price or give you credit or fix it themselves. And it's a whole back and forth ordeal. It was stressful because at one point we almost lost this house because they put it back in the market and I was like, what's going on? How come we haven't heard? And it's stressful because your real estate agent is being like the shark, like the negotiator for you. But we were very stressed out because we felt like we've never done this, so it's like we're being pulled like, no, you should do this, you should do that. Oh, da, da. But we're like, are you sure? We didn't want to lose the house, but at the same time, we didn't want to get like gypped at the same time. People like have been asking on my vlog channel before, like during the home process and even randomly, like, can you ever do a video on what you have to do for the home buying process and how to prepare and all that? Honestly, get your credit together. That is like number one. I was already lucky because I had really good credit. I didn't have excellent, but I had good credit. Glenn had okay credit. His credit wasn't the best, but that's the great thing is when you find all these things out early, you can work on it. So by the time like we got to the process of really like getting pre-approved, they gave us all this advice of things we can do. And Glenn's credit already went up by the time we're ready to purchase the house. So that really helped too, because all these little things add up. And what's so crazy is like they will keep track. Like if you've ever had a late bill, they will find it in the system. Like I had a late bill from like literally like 6-7 years ago. And they're like, oh, you had one late payment. Only late payment from my credit card. And he asked me, he's like, so, because they have to document why it was late. And they're like, well, why was it late? I guess I just forgot, I guess. I mean, hell if I know. I don't know. I probably just forgot. Who knows? And then Glenn ended up having a bill that he didn't even know, which was making his credit bad. It was a delinquent bill that was like from so long ago. Late, like on an insurance bill or something for his car, something like that. And he transferred insurances and didn't pay like the last one. It was like $157 payment, something like that was just like lost. And he had no idea he had that on him. And I was like, babe, what the heck? He goes, I didn't even know I had that. And I was like, well, it's good that we found out now. And then our guy was telling us, our home loan officer was saying, well, this definitely has been hurting your credit. So that's good that we found out now. I was like, oh man, I'm glad, you know? So don't be late on credit card payments and all of that. Do not do it. It literally follows you. I had no idea that they were gonna bust that out. And then also the next big thing is how much you make. So they put together both of your incomes, and that basically brings down like what you can afford, what type of loan they feel comfortable approving you for, and then you can get a range of what you're able to afford house-wise. Now I will say buying in California is crazy. Like, yeah, it is just insanity. Your dollar does not go far. So when we like Google other states and stuff like that, like I said, I will never ever take Southern California for granted for all the things that we love to do out here and experience and what's around us. And we're so close to so many things. We can drive to San Diego so close, to Vegas. Like we're like in the middle of everything, like so many things, and places where tourists fly from all over the world to come see. But it is freaking damn expensive. Like, just like, we just wanted to get kind of like a ballpark, like say for instance, Texas, because we always kind of talked about Texas, and Glenn is in the oil industry. So it's big out there in Texas. And when we saw like what our money could do out there, we were like blown away. We're like, wow. And we could be saving money. So in the future, I will say, I don't know if we see ourselves in California all our lives. The shade Nevermore, it's this one right here. It's like a pinky shade, pinky with a little bit of golden flecks in it. And I'm going to be placing that all on here. Are my cut creases even? I don't even know. They're even enough. But I don't know if like when we'll move. Definitely not anytime soon, because we both have our moms here and they're our number ones and we have to make sure we're here for them. But we're talking about future, like who knows what 10 years from now will bring us. And when the time comes, we'll deal with it then. But for right now, we are just very blessed in our own home, because this Christmas, we did not have people going in and out of our house. We didn't feel violated in our safe space. And it was amazing. It just feels just so comforting knowing that we're in our house. No one can kick us out. No one. It was like such a humbling experience too, because I'm one where I'm always humble. I always make sure like I am in check with stuff like that. But this was definitely different, and it was good for me to experience it. Like I said, when you go through things, it is good to truly like experience sort of like hardship. Okay, now I'm going to go into the shade Fly By Night, Plumage again. I think that's what I did for the outer corner. So we're gonna just blend that baby and we're gonna bring that to the outer corner. But yeah, now we're in our house. We're so happy, you have no idea. Our dogs have settled in, they love it. The other day I accidentally like left like our front gates like all open and I let them out like late at night to go pee. And they went in our yard and I was like, oh shit. And I left the gates open. They didn't run out. They already know how good they have it. Like even Glenn's like, they would never run out. They love our house. Like they love where they are, and it honestly says a lot because sometimes like they get so mischievous and they had zero interest, especially huskies, because huskies just like doing their own thing. Of this shade right in here, I can always like spruce it up later, but I feel like it's not bright enough right now on this side. I feel like this side is brighter. I don't know, once we went through that, I was like, wow, like I felt just so responsible, and my credit is in the 800s now, you guys. I have excellent freaking credit. I am just so excited because credit is just such a major thing. So if you are out just swiping away and not caring and having late payments or you're behind, ooh, get it together because it's really going to affect you in the future. You have to really be responsible, especially if you're like in California. Honestly, I don't know how it is in other states, like how easy it is to buy a house. I don't know. I'm just speaking for California. It's a thing. It's a big thing. So other things like I'm talking about like life lesson wise, last year was definitely like a difficult year for me. And I will say I was not as organized. I was not on my game as much, but I honestly didn't have any choice. Where I wasn't burnt out or like basically like really like just run myself down, because last year, well, the last 2 years actually, I played like a lot of different roles and had a lot of responsibilities and a lot of pressures on myself. And that's just due to both of our moms had health issues, and then I'm trying to keep the household down. Glenn has very crazy hours, so I'm at the house and it's just me, so I take care of the dogs 24/7. I make sure that they're good. I do all the cooking. I do majority of the cleaning. Glenn will help me every now and then, like on his off days, he'll help like mop certain things and stuff like that. Like he's very nice. He's not against like cleaning. He definitely helps like when I ask and he has time. I try to do as much as I can, but then I also need to help out my mom too. He's helping out his mom. And then I obviously work from home, which I feel very blessed. It was just very like an emotional roller coaster because health-wise, we didn't know like how our moms are doing. Sometimes they do so good. Sometimes they were both so bad. At one point, like my mom's in the ER, then Glenn's mom's in the hospital. It's just like a whole, it's like, man, can't we get a break? But now everything has kind of calmed down, at least on my mom's side. Unfortunately, Glenn's mom, she's kind of been up and down. That has been really hard. I talked about it like on my vlog channel. I don't know if this is like too much to say. Glenn already knows I put it out there on the vlog channel because I always tell Glenn, like, is it okay if I talk about this? Is it okay if I talk about that? And he's like, oh yeah. Like, we drove to her house because we didn't think that she was alive still, because Glenn didn't hear from her for over 24 hours and she always answers Glenn's phone calls, or she calls him, but then this time she didn't. And it was a very scary moment when you're like in a car speeding over to like your mother-in-law's house and you don't know if she's alive or not. It honestly was such a scary moment because I've never seen Glenn so hysterical, and I'm just like freaking out. And then when we got there, we entered and it was like you're going in there slow motion, and I was like panicking, but I was trying to be strong for Glenn because he's always the strong one, you guys. Like he's taught me like so much patience, and he's taught me how to be really strong with a lot of things in life, which I appreciate, or like to not freak out, because I'm one where like I like everything to go by plan, and obviously that's not life. I'm trying to like do this because it's like a thicker marker tip. And yeah, I'll clean it up with concealer though. That's the only thing with this one. I got this one down, but this one, it gets a little bit hard to flick out after a while. I'm not going to get into details, but she's okay. But now she's in the hospital again. She was unfortunately in the hospital Christmas Eve and Christmas. She's now out. She got out the day after Christmas. But yeah, it's been really tough. Tough emotionally, like on Glenn, tough emotionally on me, like, yeah. I mean, I can only imagine because we're both like experiencing different things. I mean, I did lose my dad from colon cancer, which is what she has. And when I heard that she had that, I was like, no way, everything's going to happen all over again. It's almost like a really like it's like a cycle, unfortunately, and it just sucks, you know. But I've been trying to be super, super strong this year, and for 2020, lots of things have kind of calmed down on my end, which I'm happy of. And one thing is I have to focus on myself as well. Like I have a lot of responsibilities, but for me, I need to focus on me because I need to get my stuff done, you know. Like last year, like I said, I was not as organized and I was not on top of my game as I should be, just because I was pulled so many different ways. Yeah, this year the focus is on you guys. What else has happened? We celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary, which was amazing. Hold on, I need a mascara. I've been using the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, but I want to use my Lights Camera Splashes because I have it, and this is like my favorite high-end waterproof mascara. It has never failed me, you guys. It's so good. They had like a crazy sale during Black Friday, I believe, or some sort of sale, and all their mascaras were $10. So I bought 4 of them because it was only $40, and that's usually the price of 2. So I got 4 for the price of 2 because I just want to be just super smart and savvy with my money. I usually am. I'm a good saver. Sometimes I can be a good spender, that's for damn sure, but I save a lot though. Like I really do. Like whenever I have extra money, I'm just like savings. And then I also have a retirement account as well because obviously I work for myself. So I have a retirement account already for a while now. So I'm putting all that money in there. And yeah, we celebrate our 3-year wedding anniversary, went to Costa Rica, and it was honestly a dream. I loved Costa Rica. It probably was, even though like we've had such amazing trips and been blessed to like go to so many places, and Costa Rica is probably on the top of my list and is my favorite trip thus far because we really needed it. We needed like a recharge, and just Costa Rica itself is just so simple, so beautiful, and just all the people and the food and the music and the culture and just how everybody is was just so, it just takes your breath away. I just love this trip so much, and I think it did us so well because this was like the first time where we weren't like, oh my gosh, we need a vacation from our vacation, you know, which just sounds so dumb, but sometimes you're just so on the go because you want to utilize the time because you don't know when you'll ever go back to where you know you're vacationing, so you try to put in as much as you can and really get the full experience, which we did. We did river rafting for the first time, and that is probably my favorite activity thus far. We did a level 3. I want to do a level 4 or 5, you guys. I'm a very good swimmer, so if I fall over, I'm not gonna mind, which I fell over on the raft and it was so exhilarating for me. It was on accident because a girl tipped over and then she made me fall in. But it was so cool. Like, I loved that. I'm like one where I hate roller coasters, but water stuff excites me. So now I'm just going to be using these Lily lashes. You guys, I've fallen in love with this brand a lot this year. I don't know what this style is because I know they're not Miami because I've been using Miami a lot. I even told Glenn, not now, but like in the future when we get like old together, retiring out there because it is pure beauty. It is like, wow, that's all I can say. So if you guys have never looked into Costa Rica, which shout out to my best friend Journey because she went to Costa Rica and she's the one who really got us to go because she went, and it kind of intrigued me because we're thinking we're gonna go to Japan, but then we said, you know what, let's do something exciting. Let's do something where, not that Japan isn't exciting, but somewhere where you can do like water activities and crazy hikes and I don't know, more like tropical, and we see ourselves going to Japan hopefully this year, if not, because we don't know if we're going to be able to get vacation for Glenn for that, but if not, then the following year, or maybe towards the end of the year, who knows, but definitely looking into that. The Professional Hydrating Primer, this is brand new, so I'm excited to use this. I didn't use this primer in that video, I used the original one, but I'm all out, so I can't use it for this video, but I love the Professional. And I just started using it and I finished it all this month. And I said, man, like, they sent me a PR package and then it ended up being the Professional, but with their new primer. So I was super excited because I just ran out of the regular one. But I'm excited to try this. Ooh, it feels like the Professional, but hydrating. That's cool. I definitely need the hydration just because of like winter and stuff. Okay, and now the holidays came. You know what? the holidays is very different because this is the time like when you're with a lot of your family, and my family is extremely small and Glenn's family is extremely small. Like, I don't know, we really just don't have huge families. So for us, it's not like we have to buy like 5 million gifts, but we do buy gifts for everybody. We did that. We hosted Thanksgiving. Let me put these lashes on. And then let's see what else. You can see all of that on my vlog channel because I also did Vlogcember. And I just realized I never put up my Christmas vlog. I thought I did, but I never did. So I need to put it up. I don't know why I thought I put that up. I need to edit it. I was in the middle of it and I opened it up and I was like, oh my gosh, I never finished it and uploaded it. But I think because my mind was so into the holidays and everything, you know, that I don't know. I think my mind tricked myself into thinking I posted it, which is so funny to me. It's like, no, you really didn't post it. I don't know. Also, what do you guys think about, like, I don't know, I got kind of upset, but it's more like my feelings hurt because during the holidays, like, since we do have such a small family, I think it's nice when, like, people just give at least a card. Like, I understand, like, things happen. Like, there's certain people that are completely excused because they're going through a lot. They have a lot on their plate, you know? But, like, other people are expecting, like, just a card would be nice. I think it's the thought that counts instead of, like, I don't know, just going and getting a present again for this year for me. And I always give presents and to everybody. And then it's like, I didn't get anything like last year either. And I try to go full out. So then this year I was kind of like, oh, I'm just going to get this person one thing because I kind of already knew, which sucks, you know? And like I said, it doesn't even matter about like the present. It's more like just the thought that counts. So my feelings were kind of hurt that I couldn't even just get like a little Christmas card. Because yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, it's just the thought that counts. And our family's so small, like I said. And it's not like this person doesn't have the funds to like just buy a card. They do. Like, trust me, they do. And it's just kind of like they're like in their own world just to like, I don't know. But my feelings were kind of hurt. So if you're watching this video, Christmas card next year, please, because they watch my videos. And it's not to like call this, well, not like call it out, but just like kind of point it out because sometimes it's like not worth saying, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything. I kind of wanted to, but there's just like so much going on where I'm like, it's not like worth my time sort of thing. Not like, oh, it's not, but it's just, there's so much else stuff to think about. And I don't want to create something. That's another thing. Really not trying to go into 2020 with that kind of bang, but it's always just like the thought that counts because our family is very small and I always give amazing presents. And it's just like, it would be nice to at least get a card instead of just like nothing at all. Also during this whole year, was definitely different for me because I felt the most lonely because Glenn's schedule was really crazy this year. And then with everything else going on, I just felt so alone. He's very supportive. I'm not saying he's not supportive. Trust me, he has so much on his plate. We both support each other so much, which is why I don't know, I just feel very blessed to have Glenn in my life. Like I told him, I was like, damn, like we are really meant to be together because all the stuff that we're going through, like we do like as a team, you know, obviously we have like, you know, like little things here and there, but we honestly don't really, I think it's because we put everything out on the table, to be honest. That's why we're not like, we don't have secrets. We don't have none of that. So Naked Skin foundation, you guys, this is like my favorite foundation. I did a full review on this, but this little bee right here keeps splashing on all my stuff. So I'm going to squirt it away because I'm going to just do little half pumps. How about we do that? Because when I it gets wild. But I'm going to be using it with a sponge. I usually like it with a brush, but let's just try it with a sponge because I've been using a brush every single time. But yeah, I was like way more lonely this year. I mean, I was always busy, but some days it's like kind of lonely when you just eat dinner with like your dogs. At one point I was eating dinner literally with my dogs for about 1 month straight just because we had so much to do. And like, I'm one where I understand it. Like when you got to settle things, you got to settle things. And I understand. So it was just kind of sad on that part. So I learned, sorry, I had to like empty out my SD card because it was like overload. You talk too much. You need to empty this out. Plus I had to take off the old tutorial that I did. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's close enough because I think I used, I think I actually used a little bit of Finch and Fly By Night up here, but it's okay. It looks pretty similar. Sorry, you guys. I'll post that one on Instagram too, though. I'll probably post both looks. Who knows? I forgot what I was talking about though, since I had to get up and do that. But yeah, for this year, oh, I was talking about like this year. Also, like this year, I wasn't as close to certain people as I usually am. I've definitely developed like the friendships that I have with people who I'm close with over this year, which made me really happy. And you know, things just happen, like with your friendships, just stuff happens and you're not as close, and that's just part of life. But I do feel very appreciative for all the people that are in my life. I've gotten like really close to some people, and usually that's pretty hard for me. But I'm glad I have opened up to, you know, a couple people, and I think it is good. I mean, it's always good to build those friendships. You do need them. And I'm one where I've always kind of been like closed off because I feel like I've gone through so many types of friends where they kind of use you, or they don't put out the same effort that you do for them, because I'm one of those like ride or die. Like if I hear crap went down with you, like I'm going with you and I'm going to help you settle it. Not like that. Like, oh my gosh, that sounded so violent. But you know, like I'm going to be by your side. Like if you need like your hype man, that's going to be me. Okay, this is like a mixture of the concealer that I had left over and the foundation. It's okay. We'll blend that baby out. I always have had a small circle for a while now. And it's because you can only concentrate on so many people, and I'm not like a half-ass friend at all. Like, yeah, I really am not. So I feel very blessed to have all the friends that I do have. And I consider all of them my best friends because I don't have a huge circle. I literally can count them on my fingers. I also told myself for 2020, one of my goals is to stop being so hard on myself, like so critical, because we all do it. I mean, I'm someone where some days I think I'm amazing, and we should think that. We have to be our #1 fan. We have to love ourselves. Before you can love anybody else, you have to love yourself. And there would be some times where I would be very honest, where I look at myself in the mirror and I honestly would think, wow, you're disgusting. And that's so sad to say, you know? Like, I do love myself. Just some days I don't know. And I think it is because due to social media, you just see so much stuff. So I've actually unfollowed like a ton of Instagram accounts, or just like things that I just don't need to keep up with. I mean, I still follow quite a few. I told myself I need to stop criticizing myself, as like not putting myself down, and having way more self-love. I mean, I do have self-love, but more consistent, because and I think it was due to the stress, and I feel like, oh, I wasn't getting ready, and I just felt like such a slob some days, or even some days I would get ready and I look at myself and I'm like, what the hell? Like, I don't like myself. I cannot do that. I have to be my #1 fan. And one of the things is last year's, I would take certain pictures on for Instagram and I would never post them. Like, there's so many old pictures and I look at them now and I'm like, I look good. I look beautiful. Like, why would I hesitate? And there's hundreds of them because I just didn't want to. And now this year I'm definitely switching it up, which you guys are probably like, yeah, a little bit too much because now you're posting too much. But no, I've been posting Instagram pictures because I want to have my pictures up that I feel confident in, and to give inspiration to girls who are maybe, you know, my same body type, or maybe just fashion inspo period, or, you know, and not doubt myself, which I think is so silly. So I've been posting a lot and I feel like 100% confident in it because I look at it, I'm like, yes, like I am getting back to myself again. And because like I said, I feel like I've just been so overwhelmed and stressed that I just was, I don't know, not a fan of certain things and of myself, and kind of like lost some confidence on the way. And 2020, no lie, is going to be no F's given. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of second guessing stuff. I'm tired of seeing BS on my timeline. Like, all that, like all the negativity, or like people who honestly just get on my nerves, because people have people who get on their nerves. It is very natural. I've already unfollowed them, or I've already like muted them so they don't get their feelings hurt that I unfollow them. And it's because I just don't want to see their crap. Like, they're constantly either complaining or just portraying a bunch of lies, or just, I don't know, I just don't really, it's hard to explain, but I'm pretty sure you guys understand. Because I feel like sometimes I would put a little bit too much time into caring what other people thought. And it is because I'm a compassionate person. I'm a very emotional person. You guys already know I am very emotional if you guys watch my vlog channel. But it's because I care. I actually care. I am one, I am one of the people on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm the only one, that's for damn sure, because there's a lot of amazing people here on YouTube. But I'm one of the people that truly cares about my subscribers. I don't look at you guys as my freaking little pets or my little minions, or oh, I just need them, buy, commission, commission, commission. Like, I honestly have my best foot forward for you guys. So yeah, I am followed a lot on YouTube specifically, and I don't want to see it anymore. I erase it all, and if I don't care for someone, why would I have them on my feed? So I'm done with all that crap. Less criticism, X out all the negativity, and honestly concentrate on me. Like, do the damn thing. I just recently ordered my planner because I am late on it. Usually I'm always on board. And I didn't have a planner this year, and I think that's what also messed me up too. It didn't help. So I ordered one, and it should get here January 6th or so. So that's not late into the month. And I ordered it from Erin Condren. I'll leave a link down below. I don't make money off of it. I just get like not points, like credit to use on the site, which I would appreciate if you use mine. But if not, no big deal. I really like her planners. They were on sale, 20% off for this year, so I was really happy. So I got that deal off, and writing everything down personally helps me. So like I said, for 2020, I'm going to be way more organized and focused now that I can, because like I said, some days there was nothing I could do. It was inevitable. I had no control over certain things happening. I'm just going to use the Seal the Deal from Flawless Beauty translucent powder. I use the Naked, the new Urban Decay concealer. I did the whole video. Like I said, I use that, and then I'm going to be using the powder on top. So go check that video out, because I've been obsessed with these products, just so you guys can see the wear and all of that. What else? Yeah, just more concentration. Also, again, the typical health thing. I need to get more on it towards the end of the year. We didn't even exercise that much at all. You guys know I did buy a Peloton bike, and then I ended up just going on it and doing a good job, and then little by little, like I was using it like 3 to 4 times a week, then it went down to 3, then it went down to 2, and then to 1 time a week. I mean, it's better than nothing. I was also going to dance, so I danced twice a week, so it was 3 exercise slots in my week, but it still wasn't what I'm capable of, because I know what I'm capable of and what I need to do in order to keep that heart rate up. Drink more water. I've already been drinking more water, getting on my exercise. Like I always say, it's always good just to have a good fresh start. Oh wait, I want to put like a little bit on my lower lash line. I know I did that. We're going to be taking Finch right here and placing it on the bottom lower lash line. Let me know what your goals are. I would love to know. Yeah, let me know. I want to know what you guys are up to. Oh, also, I have started a new Instagram. It is Disney with Lizzy, like Lizzy, Disney with Lizzy. You guys know I'm a big Disney fan. I am an annual pass holder. With my new Instagram, I created a new channel. It's not all the way set up, but I got the name and all of that. I'll announce it once it comes out, but it's going to be a cooking / mukbang channel. Now, if you guys don't know, I've been super into cooking. And I would do like mukbangs on my vlog channel, not a lot, but we have some up there. People really enjoy them. We don't do like extreme eating at all. I'm not into that. I'm not into ASMR, so I won't be doing that. It's just not my thing. I don't like it. Not that I'm saying, oh, it's so gross. I'm just not into it. Yeah, we didn't do extreme eating. Like, yeah, we tried out a bunch of stuff, but we're not like shoving food in our mouths. And I'm one where I try to eat as proper as I can, because I actually get kind of grossed out by people who don't have manners, or like food in the mouth, or just any of that. It really grosses me out. Like anything that's when you don't have manners, or like chewing with your mouth open, it kills me. So I don't do any of that. I know some people like it because it relaxes them with the ASMR and all that. So it's just gonna be like a chill, just like eat lunch with me type of thing, or eat your dinner with me. Plus I'm like so into cooking now, because your girl cooked like absolute crap a couple years ago, and like now within the last like couple years, I've been doing so good, experimenting way more, and it's coming so natural to me. Now I have my first official cookbooks, and I'm so excited. The other day I just ordered the Filipino Instant Pot cookbook, because I really enjoy Filipino food. I don't know how to cook any dishes. I have a dancer friend, Heather, who gave me one of her Instant Pot recipes, so I'm excited to try that. It's pork adobo. So I have a lot of recipes I'm going to be doing on there. I thought it would be fun to like cook do it, you know, show how I cook it, see if it's a good recipe, and then try it on camera. And then I would do like regular mukbangs too, because those videos I would have a lot of fun filming. I feel like this video is gonna be so long, the Urban Decay powder, but I had so much to say. I feel like every year is always everybody's year. I keep saying that. It's just that we need to like not knock down all our little accomplishments or little things that we have, you know, done. Because I feel like people think, oh, it has to be something so grand. I mean, for us this year, our biggest one was buying the house. That is like huge, like really, really big accomplishment. I'm so proud of ourselves. I didn't put enough foundation right here. I see a blotch. Whatever. The threesome, the new Urban Decay threesome. I highly recommend like doing that, sitting down, writing down your goals, and then truly switching things up. Like stop saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and that. At least try. I don't know. I feel like I've just seen so many like negative people like knocking down resolutioners saying like, oh, new year, new me, crap is coming again. But it's like, yeah, because it's a fresh start. It's a good mental, you know, reminder of like, hey, I can do this. So if those people want to be negative, go do that in like a negative form or wherever that shit belongs, which is nowhere. But I don't know. I just don't like it when people like knock down like everybody, you know, all at once. But I've been obsessed with the ColourPop blush in She's in Bold. Highly recommend just using it with like a dual fiber. It looks like a lot on camera. Why? It looks like nothing in person. Or maybe it's just my eyes. I don't have my contacts in. And then also I have, like I said, I just have to be more selfish with myself this year and with Glenn, because I feel like we're just too like we're yes people. That's the problem. We are yes people. Now I'm someone where I'm a little bit more blunt. Well, I'm a lot more blunt than Glenn. Like if I feel like something is not right, I'll say, no, F that, we're not doing that. Like, or no, we're not just gonna do that because this person wants us to. It's just that we're too much of a people pleaser. So we have to learn to just do what we want to do and not please, because yeah, that's it. We have to concentrate on ourselves. And another thing is I have to stop going out of my way for people. That's what I wanted to say. We have to stop doing that. We go out of our way for certain people and they just don't care, or we don't get it. And not that we should expect it, but after a while it gets very draining and mentally tolling, because you would think, okay, maybe this person's going to be considerate, and then they're just not. All right, I'm done with the inconsiderate people. I'm done with the people with no manners. I'm done with the no thank yous, all of that. Like honestly done. Even Glenn was like, let's just ignore it, move on. 2020 is here. Now we can move forward. And it's so true. Like I'm done with all that crap. In that video, the lippy that I used were the new NARS lip glows. This one it's called the Afterglow Lip Balm in Fast Lane. These are bomb. Like the original one was one of my favorites. I used that baby up so quick. Now they have tinted ones, but very like mild. See, it is a balm, so that's why it's not like ultra pigmented. But it's just something very, very comfortable on the lips. Okay, I can't remember the highlight. I'm thinking it was from this palette, because I really don't think I used a new one. Well, this one's my newest one, so I think I used this. Yeah, I used this one. I remember. I didn't use a new one, like a new one, because I had the new ColourPop next to me, and I said, no, don't open that yet. Use that for like another video, because they came out with like a big giant pan one, and I haven't tried it out yet. So I'm just using this one from this palette. I don't want to sound like I'm selfish, like, oh, I don't care about anybody else, because trust me, I have the hugest freaking heart, you guys. But it's just one of those things where I just need to look out for Glenn and then our future as well, and also our feelings, because it doesn't feel good when you try so hard for other people when we already have so much crap going on and you don't really get a response. Like, I'll be there for all my friends, but I don't have any interest in wasting time on things that, like, you can't help people that don't want help type of thing, or just to deal with people. But like any friends who are going through something, I'm obviously going to help them or be there for them, give them advice, all of that. But for all the people that just kind of like waste my time, I'm done with it. For the look, what I did was I took Urban Decay. Not the NYX one. The NYX one is not pigmented like this one. The Midnight Cowboy is so good. Now in the last video I did a little bit too thick, so hoping I will do it a little bit more thin this time. But yeah, I don't want to sound like a bee, like I don't care about people, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Bring the glitter up here. Ooh yeah, way more thin. Because I just like put the whole wand on. That looks way better than last time, I think. I'm going to use the back of my sponge just to kind of push in the highlight, because I think it just looks... So if you push it in, because the sponge is a little damp from me washing it yesterday, Just gonna kind of push into the skin more. You see, it just needed to be blended out. The Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, I've been really enjoying this. It is one of my favorites. So this is the look. I love it. I think it looks really pretty. It doesn't look exactly like the first one. The first one had a little bit more like red out on the outer parts and a little bit more shimmer, but I think it looks really pretty. Let's make this year fabulous. Yeah, I am ready for it. I'm already been productive, and you know, if you ever have bad days, don't like knock yourself down. No one is ever perfect like for all the entire year, but we can always just have like a good restart and refresh, and let's do it. All right guys, I'm gonna get going. I love you guys. Hello 2020, we're here for you. Let's do this damn thing. Love you guys. Mwah. Woo!
Here we go. It's all about you. It's all about me. It's all about what we do. Making art, you and me. Trying to find something to